I know I can mess it up. I don't know about you.
Nice.
Good afternoon, Santa Clarita. How's everybody doing out there in radio land?
It's like they're going to answer you, Doug. I hope everybody's doing good. It's Memorial Day.
You're listening to Mind Your Own Business with Doug and Ed on AM 1220 KHTS. We have producer T-Lo present, our board op, Mr. Peter, and Bonnie, our videographer. Ed, how you doing today?
I'm here too. You didn't say anything about me being here,
Everybody
but that's
knows.
okay.
So Ed, I'm a tad miffed. A tad miffed at you.
Feign disgust.
So last week you were on me about lack of networking, lack of follow through. So
I just said I gave you an opportunity you hadn't followed up with.
So I followed up on it, correct?
Yeah, I was there.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you said go to this for some networking opportunities.
For an open house.
And it starts in an hour, and I said okay, and I was
Well,
there.
I actually asked you, are you going? You said yes.
And I was there.
And then no Ed.
No Ed.
No Ed. I showed up
Thus
like 10 minutes
my
after you.
miffness.
Well, you know, and we were talking about it, is that networking is really, really important. But
Right.
if your business is really busy, that you need to have a little bit of, we had work-life balance, now it's work-networking balance this week, is that decide how much of your time you're going to spend actually doing the production of your work and selling, and how much you're going to spend prospecting. I think a lot of people are getting so tied into the networking part of their business that they're neglecting what's already on the table. Just don't leave too much stuff on the table and start pulling yourself back from doing the stuff that may not be as much return for networking.
No, Ed, do you think that our loyal listeners, some of them could be confused right now because you're always Mr. Networking, you got to go to this, you got to go to that?
Well, you know, the question you ask every week, does Ed make your head spin? You know, maybe this is one of those spinning moments, Doug. But you know, we're live people here. We work all week and we come on the radio from 1 to 2, and we try to be relevant every week about things that are going on. And you know, we have the same challenges everyone else does. Did we sell enough stuff? Did we make people happy enough? Did we produce the results we want? And you have to look periodically and say, you know, I have my schedule full. When am I going to meet with people that actually want to spend money with my company? And I've been taking a good hard look at it lately. And I've been cutting back on stuff, even if it's really fun to do, because I really need to make sure that my business is healthy and that we're doing what we need to do. We have some big projects going on right now that we can't neglect.
So that must be a little difficult for you because you're Mr. Social and Mr. Network. And
you know, I thought about it. It is.
He's his happiest when he's networking.
Well, I'm happiest when I'm, you know what it is? I like to engage. It's fun and it feels good, and it's something not everybody can do well. And when you do it well, you feel good about it. But you do need to actually do some work.
you know, a wise man once told me, and you alluded to this, the key to life is balance, whether it's your personal life or your business. If you're too heavy in any aspect, whether it's personal or business, you get out of balance. And when you get out of balance, things don't work right.
Yeah, and I have a lot of friends that are really charitable. I keep meeting people. The hurricanes, they want to send a whole bunch of money over to help.
Tornado hit.
Yeah,
tornado.
Well, I got the wrong disaster, Doug. I'm sorry. But the tornado wipes out a city, and everybody feels and they want to help these people out. And I have people that do a lot of charitable stuff, and they're barely making it themselves. And I keep telling them, put the oxygen mask on you first. You can't save your kids in the airplane if you're not breathing. You have to maintain your life.
Good analogy.
And I say it all the time. Every time it says, oh, I'm trying to do more for the homeless, it says, you didn't pay your mortgage last month. Please put the oxygen mask on you first, and then you can help people. But if you're desperately trying to survive yourself, you shouldn't be trying to help everybody up first. You should get yourself at least stable. In that respect, it's the same thing for business. Is if you're trying to help everybody else by networking and you're not keeping an eye on your own fries, you're not going to help anybody if you're not in business anymore. Well, what do you think?
I'm just, my head's spinning because you've always network. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised that you've come to this revelation. Did it happen in the middle of the night, or?
It happened while you were at the networking group and I was picking up a check for an ad. And then you asked me what was I doing. I said I was actually doing my job, making a living, and
right.
People were counting on me showing up at a certain time because of the weekend. Are you doing anything fun this weekend?
This weekend?
Yeah,
Memorial Day.
I
think there's something at the Legion. Did you hear about that?
No. I'm going to the thing at, the memorial thing they have every year.
Oh, we're at the Veterans Park thing?
Yeah, that is an excellent event.
Yeah, a lot of people go to that.
And this year they're focusing on missing in action folks. And
they're going to talk about people that are unaccounted for.
Right, exactly.
Well, I'm going to try, and it's almost
Eternal
impossible.
Valley. I couldn't think of the name. It's at Eternal Valley.
Oh, Eternal Valley.
Yeah,
I thought it was over at the Veterans
It's at
thing.
Eternal Valley. They have these vintage World War II planes that fly over. It's really cool, and it's a really good event.
When is that, on Saturday or Sunday?
No, it's on Monday morning.
Okay, Monday morning. I'll be working.
It's Memorial Day, Ed.
I know. I'm trying to catch up. Seriously. Nobody else working but me.
Ed, the key to life is balance.
Yeah. I'm trying to balance some things I can't talk about right now, so I'm going to work.
Like your checkbook?
Yeah. I'm trying to balance. I do abundance. I don't need to balance it if I have abundance. I'm trying to get abundance there so that there's extra money in the account. So I don't have to worry about everything.
That's one part of life that you don't want balance. You want abundance.
Yeah,
you
abundance.
want to be heavy on
That's
the good side of the
You want
ledger.
black numbers, not red numbers. So you're listening to Hometown Station AM 1220 KHTS. Mind your own business, and we'll be back with a few.
Back everybody on AM 1220 KHTS. AM 1220, did I already say that? Your hometown station. Mind your own business with Doug and Ed, and this is the part of the show we call T-Lo's Tidbits.
All right, so not too many events going on this weekend, but I still wanted to share a few things with you guys. The rep is To Kill a Mockingbird. It is playing from now until June, Friday and Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Tickets are $25, but $20 with your 25 scorecard. I heard it's an awesome show, and we saw the set the other day, and it looks great. I'm definitely going to have to go check that out. And if you want tickets, you can call 288-0000. Again, 288-0000. And the Santa Clarita Street Fair is this weekend also. The Street Fair is one of Santa Clarita's most vibrant and active community events. The Street Fair happens on the fourth weekend of every month at College of the Canyon Stadium parking lot. And it is this weekend, Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
I heard they have like 50 booths. This is a big weekend.
Food trucks. And
yeah, there's a lot of more vendors there because a lot of people may not be getting out of Dodge. I know we're not. We're staying here the whole 3-day weekend.
And the weather is supposed to be just like it is today, which
70.
is nice.
70, yeah. So we should talk about our businesses a little bit, Doug.
You think so?
It seems like we always are, but we really don't talk about the business that much.
Okay, who wants to go first?
You can.
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
I'd like to talk a little bit about our weekly paper, the Santa Clarita Gazette and Free Classifieds. There's a column in there every week called Doug's Rant. Imagine that. And one thing I know, Ed, when we agreed to do this show, you said no sports, no politics, and I agreed to that, even though those are my two favorite things in life.
It was religion
to
and
talk
politics.
about.
Sports was okay, maybe.
Oh, okay. But anyway, in my column, I ranted about some things. And, partly is what's going on in the news. I don't know if you followed it, but this IRS thing with the president.
Right.
And I started off my rant this week by saying, because somebody said to me, Doug, why do you always rant about politics? And I said, I don't. I've ranted about my wife, my kids,
signs on the street,
stupid drivers, a lot of stuff. But some of this stuff makes me crazy, and it's because the world of politics is so alien to folks like us in our world. It's just so different. And they're able to lie and to BS, and the president says he found out about it, when we did read in the newspaper. Who believes that? He found out about this the same day we did when it came out in the newspapers. He expects us to believe that? And there's a lot of, and now you got people, the top officials at the IRS are pleading the fifth. They don't want to testify, so they won't incriminate themselves. What does that tell you, Ed?
They don't want to tell you what really happened?
Exactly.
Okay.
But then I ranted later down in my column, and folks, you can get the Phoenix, that's where I'm from. The Santa Clarita Gazette and Free Classifieds at any Vons, Ralph's, Car Wash, 7-Eleven, AM, PM. And you can pick it up, or you can go online to scfree.com, scfree.com, and check out all our classified ads and all the articles that we have. But do you know, after they passed one of the biggest, and this is California, this affects you, Ed, one of the biggest tax increases in California in history. Right now, our state legislature is creating more, another $20 billion worth. they want to create and add taxes to you and me. As
For
business, it's too long a list to go into right now. We need to talk about 25 score. All I'm telling you is it's getting more difficult and more difficult. I don't want to be a doomsdayer. It's just fact. We need to get different folks up in Sacramento so we don't keep getting hit with fees and taxes, taxes and fees, fees and taxes.
It's a
It doesn't
golden
help
goose deal.
anybody.
You kill the
I'm
golden
done
goose.
ranting.
Okay, so if you want to hear him rant and not hear him rant and read him rant, you can pick up his paper. You can also get a subscription, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So on 25 Score, we have a link to get that for subscription. 25 Score is one of the longest running discount loyalty membership cards in Santa Clarita. Our membership, ebbs between 30 and 35,000 cards. They buy these cards from us, but more importantly, they buy these cards from all our local schools, charities, fundraisers, and it's a win-win-win for the community. Everybody should have one, at least to support their schools so they don't have to eat more cookie dough. But the main reason to have it is because it helps you everywhere you go, and you don't have to put a lot of mind pressure into which coupon I want to cut today. You can save money on almost everything you do. From a merchant standpoint, when you spend your money on advertising, a lot of times there's no way of measuring whether it's working. And majority of the stuff we do, if you buy a card and you get a newsletter saying what the merchants are and you click on that stuff, the merchant knows that the people are interested, and if the message is wrong, we can change it. We have a lot of fun games that we keep inventing every year. The Passport, if you're a merchant in Santa Clarita and you want to target kids between 16 and 25 that are going to college, our publication, The Passport, goes into all the schools with the cards that are bought. So it's not like an email that somebody looks at and decides to delete. It's something they bought and they want to see what's coming up next, and we keep adding new merchants. You, as a business owner, can be that exciting new thing. You can contact us. It's really hard. 661-257-2673. It's 25 Score. So if you're stuck in jail and you need to find a bail bondsman, call us and we'll try to patch you through because it's an easier number to read maybe. But call us. We're going to be doing the Passport stuff for the next probably 30 days. Call Tiffany or myself at the office and we'll set up an appointment.
Good stuff, Ed. One thing I do want to mention that, Monday is Memorial Day. And let's remind all the folks out there, it's just not to have a 3-day holiday. The Memorial Day is very important. There's a lot of people in this nation, years and years before us, that laid their lives down so we're able to live the way that we do in this country. And I think it's important to recognize that and take a little bit of time on Monday. And even if you got a flag, put it out, put it on your car. It's just so important. We tend to forget about it. We get busy. So Memorial Day is Monday. Do something to recognize it.
Have a good
Ed,
weekend.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, hope so.
All right, everybody.
All right.